So today we got a BMW Z4 2004. Let's see if she does it. We got a squeal under the hood. Of course not. Why would it do it now? Ah, now she does it. Can you hear that? Well, we all know what that is, don't we? It's something in the drive belt. Something driven by the drive belt. I've already looked at it, diagnosed it. You might say, oh, it's the alternator. But actually, the pulley, idler pulley right next to it. And how do I know that? Well, I'll show you when we get in there. Two different ways to diagnose noises under your hood. So there are several ways to figure out where a squeak is coming from under your hood. The easiest is to spray something on each pulley. That squeak is what you're hearing is a bearing noise, so it's going to be in between where this is riding. You're hearing bearing squeak, dry bearing. Sometimes it can be the belt itself squealing. If it's an old belt, this is or a loose belt. This is a pre-tensioned tensioner on it. I'll get some better images underneath, perhaps. I'll show you. I'll start it up, and I'm just going to spray anything. It's a brake cleaner right now. And that noise will go away immediately as soon as you can get something on that bearing. Let's see if I'm right. Water, even water, you can probably spit on it. Let's see. Can you see? Instantly. An oil would be better because it would lubricate it. Granted, that was going all over the place, but the other day I did it and got it right into the bearing. I know it was the bearing that was bad. You do the same on any pulley. Try not to get the belt. Then you're not knowing if it's the belt. You can rub a little chalk on a belt, see if it's the belt first. If it's a little easier to get at, you can take the belt off, check your pulleys. But this is pretty common on any car. These idler pulleys go for the Serpentine belt. This one is an off-centered one. You don't know why they do that. There's two different ones, centered and off-centered, so you got to look at it before you order it. But it's going to be that one long bolt we see going right. That long bolt through there, so I'm going to get some lubricant on there and figure out how the tension comes off this belt. So I've gone and jacked this up because I'm going to change the oil because it's such a low car. And put it on wood blocks. And then you can jack under your control arm. It's a nice strong point. Get it up. The jack stands. There's two jacking points on either side. And change the oil, like I said. Ooh, somebody has... I'm not going to point any fingers at my girlfriend, but somebody has scraped something. It could have been there when she bought this car. Who knows? But here is the accessory drive belt tensioner. That one's different. That's just for the AC belt. You see that? And that one's a lot easier to get to, obviously. You just need a... Where do they make that? That's a Torx. That takes the tension off. And you can get the belt off. My tensioner is, get that up there right here, and I think behind this cap here, get you guys in there, that cap there is going to be a, I know that one is for the pulley itself. I think behind that there's a Allen, and it looks like that's how it's going to take the tension off. And you can see the belt is in good shape. It's not cracked. Fairly new. Let's apply the tension. I know my tensioner is good, but I'll check it after the fact. I want for this job. I have a Serpentine belt tool, but I didn't have a socket. Of course, it's missing. I'm going to use these picks to get these little covers off of the tensioner here. There's one more, and especially this mirror. You can have a mirror. See that cover right here? You can pry those covers off so you can get to the bolts. If your car still has them. I'm actually surprised these covers are still on there. Get my air box out of the way. Get some room in here. That was a 10 millimeter. 13 millimeters for the bolt for the pulley I just did. And the actual take the tensioner off. The tensioner is an 8 millimeter Allen. So I was able to get the bolt belt off. And I slid it on top and it's still tight. There we go. And I guess I gotta take it off the. I was trying not to take it off all the way, but you pop it back in there and get it off this pulley. And at this point, you want to spin your pulleys. Be nice and smooth. This is the one we're replacing. And ever so slightly, you can hear that. Don't feel any play in it. And I'm also going to check the tensioner pulley. It spins nice and freely. So I'm just going to get some lubricant on there and take that. I think it's a 15. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's a 15. Take that bolt off. And I lied, it's a 16. Who the hell uses a 16? BMW uses a 16? Yeah? Bizarre to me. Germans. And there she is. See that? That's that under load and high tension. I mean, it spins pretty good, but it has that noise, and that's that squeal. Like I said, this one is an offset. I think that lower pulley on the accessory is a centered bolt when you go to look these up. So easy peasy. Nice replacement. Make sure it's the same manufacturer, they say. So it should be perfecto. And I'll see if I can find a torque spec for that. Back on. You're going to want to pay attention to your belt routing. Make sure you get your belt in all the grooves. Like yay. Let's take a look from underneath. There we go. We didn't touch that belt, we only touched this one. So it looks like I'm on all the pulleys perfectly. And that should be it. Okay, air cleaner back on. Let's see how she does. Good as new. Alright, next video we will change the oil. Show you that one.